What's happening, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today I get to talk about one brand new Marvel Omnibus coming out in January of 2024. So let's go ahead and get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks in Marvel for giving us advance notice of this particular omnibus coming out in January of 2024. And before I go any further, I always like to remind everyone to hit that like button and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Thank you so much. It's a small thing you can do, but it goes a long way for the channel. And this is where you get your breaking news for the Marvel Collected Editions. Now, you may want to keep away from the comment section to make sure you're surprised when these covers are shown, the content is shown. Then by all means, go ahead and comment, let us know about the covers and the content and what you think of this book. And speaking of this book, a couple of years ago, I got to announce the 50th anniversary for a particular character. And then in 2022, that book came out. So this is another 50th anniversary, and it's celebrating 50 years in 2024. And I bring up the other character because the other character was Luke Cage. And I think you know where I'm going with this. It's my pleasure to get to announce for his 50th anniversary, Iron Fist Danny Rand, the Early Years Omnibus. So before I go and talk about the stories in here, the creators, let's take a look at that standard edition cover. And the standard edition cover is supplied by Gil Kane. And this is the one that's going to be available everywhere, and it introduces us to the power of Iron Fist. So it is coming out in omnibus format, and that's really interesting because whenever I was doing an overview of the new printing of the Epic Collection, I was thinking, gosh, I would love to see this artwork in oversized format. But this has a lot more than that Epic Collection. So let's take a look at the content together. This collects Marvel Premiere 15 through 25, and then when Iron Fist got his own series, Iron Fist 1 through 15, Marvel Team Up 63 and 64, and then material from Deadly Hands of Kung Fu 10, 18 through 24, 29, 31, and through 33, the special number 1, and Bizarre Adventures number 25. The book is going to have 952 pages. So this expands on that Epic Collection, going into the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu era of Iron Fist. And that stuff has only been collected in those particular omnis, and now it's being collected in a Danny Rand Early Years Omnibus. So hopefully both Luke Cage and Iron Fist can get us a Heroes for Hire omnibus one day. Now, let's look at the direct market cover and then talk a little bit about the creators that you're going to find in here. Or not them, but their work. And the direct market cover is supplied by Dave Cockrum, featuring one of the greatest, most menacing characters that has ever shown up in Marvel Comics, and that is, of course, Sabretooth, who will eventually become a bigger part of Wolverine's story, but that's because of Chris Claremont. But yes, that is where he first appeared. Of course, he appeared in tiny little picture at the ending of the previous issue. But anyway, that is the Dave Cockrum direct market cover, and yes, as an X-head, that is the one that I would choose. All right, so let's talk about some of the other creators, because we mentioned Gil Kane and we mentioned Dave Cockrum. So this is 50 years of Iron Fist. For the first time in omnibus format, we have his modern stuff over here, the Brubaker and Fraction era, but this is the classic stuff, his first appearance, how he got his powers. So it's his origin story, how he found the path to Kunlun. And the stories are being written by Chris Claremont, Doug Mensch, Tony Isabella, Roy Thomas, Len Wein, Bill Mantlo, David Anthony Kraft, just to name a few. And then, of course, the art is by John Byrne, Rudy Nebres, Larry Hama, doing some early artwork in here, Marshall Rogers, Don Perlin, Joe Staten, Pat Broderick, and those are just some of the artists, including Gil Kane, actually, who did some of the early stuff in here. Now, not only do we get Danny Rand's adventures, but you also get Colleen Wing in here, you get Misty Knight in here, and yeah, I'm just happy that this is being collected in omnibus format. So you get to see the origin story of Danny Rand and how he becomes the original Iron Fist, and yes, celebrating 50 years of Danny Rand as Iron Fist. So coming out in omnibus format in January. Don't forget to pre-order as soon as pre-orders are available. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the content, what you think of the covers, which cover you're going to pick up. But that's it, everyone. Thank you again to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.